2K Sports, in association with the PGA, the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elvey with my mate Rich Beam in the booth. And Beamer, this player really hasn't been getting it going in this tournament, finds himself trailing the lead. What are your expectations of them today?
Well, certainly they're stuck in second gear out there, aren't they? They just make a birdie or two and then they give it back with a bogey. So they need to quit making mistakes. They need to go ahead and start putting this thing in third and fourth gear and start cruising down the highway a little bit quicker, because right now they're trailing. They can't afford to give any more back.
Big day coming up. Can't wait to see how it unfolds, Rich. This should be an absolute beauty.
You've been here a long time, haven't you, today? You have way too much energy for me.
Caffeine's just kicking in now.
Oh, boy.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Oh, so close. Just a 4-footer remaining. Hey, that's a chance. For the par.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
Currently at +3 for the event. Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Nice out the rough here.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry.
Let's return to live play now. What's in front of them, Henny?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Oh, just missed. An opportunity to make their par. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And as we move along, it's Jon Rahm in the lead. We've arrived at a par 4 hole.
Nicely done.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Well, by my estimation, they're looking at 110 here. Wow, that drive, that had so much airtime, I didn't even know if it was coming down. They've chosen to club down here.
Not sure if that's how they drew it up. Getting ready to play their third. Oh, I thought that one was going in. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400+ attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
Now this one, this is important. This for par.
Here's Xander Schauffele. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. We find ourselves on a par 3 here.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
Looking to sink this to be even with Xander Schauffele.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Can't believe he did that. That drives you bonkers as a player.
And with that effort, now 3 over for the tournament. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Uh-oh, this one's out, heading towards the rough.
And here we are with the third shot. Putting for par.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently 1 stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
And how did that great shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Here we are at the 6th hole.
What an incredible design this is. And it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
Just didn't drop. A 7-footer right here.
This for par.
Ouch, that hurts. This putt here for double bogey. Make sure you make this one. Jon Rahm holds a familiar spot of top spot on this leaderboard. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Should find the green. This would be a great up and down. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? He has this putt to save his par. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. This hole is a long par 4. That's tidy. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. From about 130 yards here.
All right, we're going with an extra club here. Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival, Xander Schauffele, appears to be taking notice as well.
This putt coming up is for birdie. This is a good chance. Oh, terrific. What an effort. Tommy Fleetwood currently in the lead. Pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Firm, back, up the hill. This will be a good one.
Was on a good line. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, Luke, this rivalry we've been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn, and it'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
Not sure if they got that one flush. This might not find the fairway. Second shot here on the 10th hole. Feet left to the hole.
This one's tracking.
A well holed. He'll take the birdie. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. This hole is a par 5.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
That'll sting a bit. This putt, a chance to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. And with that putt hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
Kinda like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
So with another hole behind us, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And stepping up the standings after that effort. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. That is hunting for the hole. Oh, that would have been nice to make. In she goes. Let's head to the next. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And as we check in on the leaderboard, it's Jon Rahm on top. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
And back to the course with the live action. A chance to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard here. Okay, steady now. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is what they have left for a par.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. And now striding onto the tee of this par 3 hole.
Luke, this is a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
How close was that to going down? This is a par putt. Sitting at 2 over for the event.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for a par now. Nice line. Solid par putt, that. The Spaniard, John Rahm, currently sitting in the lead as we check the rest of the standings. We have a par 3 on this one.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
This one's for birdie. Ooh, right by the hole. Good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. As we head now to the par 5 next.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the first cut.
This putt is about 17 feet long. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Now that mighty shot was certainly worth a move up the leaderboard. Let's see what it's done. He's in a share of 12th place.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
Tee shot up the hill, fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
Didn't that look good for a long time? If he makes this, he'll save his par.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
That signs off on this player's performance for the day. So that wasn't a bad round of golf there, Rich, but hopefully our player can find a spark tomorrow and move up that leaderboard.
Once again, they had a better round today, but unfortunately everybody ahead of them played even better. So they're going to have to find something in their game in order to move up that leaderboard.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports.